And on that note, get out there, go and explore, put another pin in the atlas, and we will see you on our next adventure or on Patreon. Bye.
Bye. No, we are not in Joshua Tree, although it does appear that way. But we have stumbled upon something quite interesting. Several buildings around for us to check out, and an old mine. Can't go into, but we can look at it.
So yeah, this is an old mining camp dating back to the 1930s. However, gold, silver and lead was mined here in 1905, 1906, and the first haulage was taken out by 12 horses pulling a wagon. True story. Let's take a look.
Okay, so I figured maybe we'll start out over here by like the head frame, the mining area first.
Now the head frame is the latest addition because that was imported or brought in the 1950s, and it wasn't long after that that the whole place closed down.
Oh wow, why did it close down?
I've no idea.
What?
True story.
We have made it up to the hoist. And you can see there are, looks like 2 winch motors still here. And you can see there's still cable around these 2 spools here. And you got your hand levers, brakes. This is pretty neat. Get a closer look at the engine as well. Warning, remove reservoir. Drain, clean, and fill to more within engine oil. Patent number 1761014. There's the paint flaking off. Some oil stains. Very cool. And we got a much smaller one up here. Get a closer look at that. Some of these were down in the mine. Don't quite know how extensive the workings were. But see, that's just got a small, like you would see on a go-kart engine there. Much smaller wire spool and gauged cable. This one's a little bigger. So can you see in there?
Not really. Just a deep shaft. This is open. No, too dark. The rails, the ladder's really sturdy.
Yeah, they made the ladder out of Orcar rails and heavy gauge rebar.
Okay, ready for the stone test?
Let's do it.
Oh, water.
Oh yeah, I can see it rippling.
Can you? I'm
Yep.
going to do another one to see if you can get it.
All right.
So it's not too deep. Well, I don't know how deep the water is.
Right. Because looking around, and so here's the main vertical shaft, and then out this direction, you've got some tailings. It looks like there's another incline with a little conveyor system over there, and then just a small shack.
Now, I do know that the water was pumped out of the shafts right up until the 1927. So they obviously had flooding issues way back in the beginning. But isn't it bizarre, we're right out in the middle of nowhere, so there's got to be some sort of like underwater...
Underground aquifer.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because then you think, okay, you're out in the middle of the desert, there's nothing around, but look at all the Joshua trees. There's a lot of plant life, so there is water out here. It's just not always on the surface.
Now this, I think, is really neat. how they've made a makeshift headboard on the bed frame.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Don't you think that's really, really natty?
Yeah.
Now, I have a fun fact about this area. Back in the 70s, they did some underground surveying, and in the water, they found hundreds of skeletons, animal skeletons, rabbits, squirrels, all sorts of creatures. And the water is laden with sulphate. True story.
So this is that little cabin that we saw from the hoist there.
So it's got not barbed wire, chicken wire over the windows. But it looks more like a work shed.
Yeah, it's got a lot of benches and
Bits and pieces.
shelves and all kinds of bits scattered around. So we got like distributor cap, plug wires, speakers, all kinds of stuff.
Well, what's this?
That feel rubbery.
Yeah. Strange.
Now this right here is a really cool find, kind of ahead of its time. Do you remember the adjustable bed phase?
Now, do you think this could have been for sort of somebody who's ill?
It could have been. They got it from, I mean, because they always just brought things out here to salvage for parts and things for the mine. So it could have been an old hospital bed and they've repurposed it.
Because, so the place closed down around 2008. It was rebought in 1908. It was rebought in 1915. And then it was carried on being worked until around the 1927.
Right.
A fire destroyed a lot of the buildings in 1927, but it was still used. Off again, on again type thing.
Yeah. And now just a closer look in through the back of this cabin, which is leaning quite severely, as you can see.
So I wonder if this was an actual miner's cabin or whether or not it was like an essay office.
Right, it would, I mean, either one would make sense because you're so close to you're close to the mine, but not right on top of it.
Uh-huh.
So assay office would make sense, but also, I guess, a miner's cabin to be close to the mine.
So what do you think this is? Apart from a pack rat nest now.
Right. It does have a gas valve here on the back of the gas pipe. And
It's got 3 holes. Number 1, number 2, and then the middle one.
The middle one feeds out to
is empty.
to here.
Yeah. Strange. Let us know what you think it is.
Okay, made our way over towards the incline, little incline. You see I've got this conveyor system with all the little buckets on here. Goes all the way down. You can just make out where the incline starts. It's kind of filled in. As you can see, this whole area, there used to be more here, but time, weathering, erosion, what have you, has taken its toll. It's become just a big pit now. It's funny seeing these up close. Reminds me of the dredge we went to in Idaho. And again, just look at this remarkable landscape. This is another reason why we just absolutely love the desert. There's something just so rugged and romantic about it.
This is the ball crusher.
The ball mill, yeah.
Ball mill. And I believe this was a later addition as well. I don't know whether or not that's correct.
Well, I know it's hard to...
Although the concrete looks pretty good.
Yeah, the concrete looks in really good shape.
You got an old
Oh, the trowel.
trowel for the cement.
That's funny. Yeah, because it's just so preserved. There's not a lot of rust. I mean, just the paint's flaking off, but the belts, there's still belts on here.
Well, I've got
And good tension as well.
I've got a name. So yeah, this ball mill was erected in the 1930s. Oh, look, I've got a date. Does that say read 19? That definitely says 1930, don't you think?
It appears that way. It looks like some of it's too bad that some of it's kind of looks like it's busted up there.
Oh, cool. Step inside.
A little bit out of the wind. Oh, I guess not much better.
Ooh, floor's uneven.
Footing. So I guess inside a little mill, because there's the back side of the ball mill. So they would have just kept extra tools, bits, fittings, everything that they needed. Well, that's more modern. Up there, it's like those fluorescent.
40s?
This is still neat though. Yeah, a bunch of electricity and stuff in here. The lighting. So
That's neat. Now, what do those numbers represent? All you miners out there, what do these numbers represent?
I'd say just different fittings, fitting sizes. We've come down out this door towards the back to see another area. The workbenches kind of continued through. These are now outside. I'm not sure if they would have been outside to begin with. There is still some corrugated metal and things on the ground here. Nice foundations, the cement foundations, which everything was bolted down to. But yeah, you can still see there are, oh, there was like the retort there. Remnants all over the place here.
I'm itching to get into the cabins. Let's take a look.
All right, so the first smaller of the two cabins. So, shall we see what's in the first door on the right?
So this would have been the duplex
Okay.
and a closet in the
Closet
corner.
back here.
It's got a window in it, but yeah.
Maybe like mudroom going out towards the backyard.
No, there's no.
That's bizarre.
No, that's a window.
Oh, okay.
So I think this is just
Closet.
a cabin, but then it's a duplex. That would be so funny if the light came on, but there's no bulbs.
No.
They estimated that there were 70 employees mining this area, so they had bunkhouses and everything, but it could accommodate up to 100.
Oh, okay. And I guess, yeah, there's modern electricity in here.
So leaving the front room or the living room, we're going into the kitchen with all the kitchen cupboards.
Oh, wow.
Lots of rat poop.
I like the handles when they're stuck.
This is really sweet. They've got really ornate hinges again. And then you've got your twin kitchen sink. And would that be a cutlery drawer?
That's what that looks like, yeah.
Filled with nests.
Another
Here's your
pantry?
here's your cold storage pantry.
Oh, cool. Ceiling's coming down in here.
So this would be, maybe you'd also have like your dining room table here.
That could be this. Yeah, this is a big, wide open space in here. So.
And no trip would be complete
What?
without
Oh,
a trip
yeah.
to the loo. Let's take a look. So they had an indoor bath. Snazzy.
I know, that's really.
I'm not going to go down there because the floorboards,
Oh, it looks really weak.
yeah, I'm not going to. But you've got a basin,
Basin,
bath,
busted loo.
shower. That's pretty cool.
And then this would have been a cupboard here for.
Oh, look, it's even got something, what's that say? Something spray and cream gel. Ah,
Somebody was trying to look fancy.
that's really cool.
The mirror says, "Help me." Oh no.
Does it? Someone's been doing
Somebody always has to.
spirit box. And then this would be the mudroom. There's your outside door. There's kind of like, it kind of looks like a shower. No, but it's strange that's built up.
It is. And they've used just ceiling tiles for insulation in here.
But yeah, this would be the mudroom coming in to the kitchen. Yeah, how cool is that?
Yeah, this is a cool little cabin. I really like it.
So it's strange that it's got 2 front doors because it's only got 1 kitchen and everything.
Right.
So do you think that originally this was a 1-roomed cabin?
I do, especially looking at it now from the outside. You can kind of, let me back up and get a...
This was the extension?
Yep, because that looks like just a 1-room, probably cabin. And then as it grew, or a family grew, or more people came, they added on different sections.
Now, this is funny, I mean, this is more like a homestead, the way the cabin is.
Right.
Now, there used to be a 6-roomed bunkhouse, which I guess possibly is the big one over there, but I mean, look how they've got like,
Plants
I don't know, would
growing
this
up.
be grapes?
So they were mining during the day and making wine in the evening. I like
Moonshine.
it. My kind of place.
That's funny.
I
Oh,
bet
is
you that was hot water
Is that a hot water heater?
or the water heater
water.
because we were told off. It heats the water, so it's not a hot water heater.
True story.
Oh well. And looking out the backyard, there's just
It's beautiful, isn't it, though?
it is the stark contrast. It's way out here, and then you see a lot of fencing that makes it look like corral.
A corral.
Does that look, that little structure over there looks like a miniature doghouse? Don't know what. There's piles of wood. There's just, it is fascinating. And then all the piles of dirt, like waste rock piles, just all throughout, hidden. They are really hidden because of the Joshua trees, but.
Well, they're little tailing piles, aren't they? But you can't find any holes, so I don't know how they mined.
It's a desert mystery. Maybe that monster from Tremors came up. And again, in their backyard, we found this little pit completely covered over with railroad ties and some dirt.
So do you think this was a cesspit, or it wouldn't be a well, a water supply?
I thought they would have done something, because normally wells, they would line them with rocks or cement.
So I'm wondering whether or not this was where all their dirty water went. So I read online that this was an 8-roomed bunkhouse, but looking at it, this is a homestead. I mean, you've got at the garden, you've got the garden path going up to the front door, you've got flower areas. Around the outside, you've got a really, really nice patio with the climbing, whatever that is.
Yep.
I'm going to say they're grapes for them to make their moonshine.
Well, you make wine with grapes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is really... See, you've got another flower planter area here. They wouldn't do this for a bunkhouse. This would definitely be a homestead.
Yeah, miners don't have time to garden. Come on. But no, this is a lovely property.
Isn't it gorgeous?
And they've got here in the backyard, it looks like another corral or an area for, you know,
animals.
Yeah, pigs, goats, what have you, and then some sheds back here.
Let's take a look at the sheds first.
So yeah, it's almost like they farmed and then, or if these came in afterwards, they took over the buildings and ranching.
This stuff that's is gourds. See? They're gourds.
Oh wow.
They gourds? They kind of look like melon.
A little bit, yeah.
don't they? And there's lots of these lying around, yeah.
Oh, all over this.
Yeah, so definitely miners wouldn't do that. And look how these must have been up. I'm not going to touch them because I don't want to break them off. Look how this has grown into
The wire.
the wire. Yeah, that is so cool.
That is really neat. And looking back, and that's just, this is a large area over here. So they definitely did have livestock. And then obviously here we go with probably the chicken pen area.
The chicken coop.
Yep, it's got the chicken wire outside, keep the coyotes out. And then a little hen house in there. Looks like would have been an old outhouse.
No trip would be complete without a trip to the outhouse. Oh, it's a 3-seater.
Wow. Okay.
Well, maybe this was the bunkhouse then, with the toilets outside. So this was built in the 30s.
The backside
Or
here.
maybe that was just for farmhands, because
Yeah.
they wouldn't want the farmhands going in and, you know, smelling their own private toilet.
Yep, only I can do that.
This is a shed.
55-gallon barrel, workbench.
I found the can dump. I wondered where this was going to be. It's a real substantial one too.
So maybe bunkhouse is seeming a little more likely with all the.
Well, when we go
Cans out the
inside,
back.
we'll see.
Inside the pens now, come to the very last structure. We'll take a peek inside here. That side's just completely fallen apart. Major rat's home now. And then yeah, inside probably just a chicken coop. I think maybe a series of them. A peek next door where Andrew's going into. Looks to be much the same on that side. And this one is a bit different, does have a cement floor. And like Andrew was just saying, there is a bunch of like cow manure piled up in here. Rat's nest in the corner. And then that little bench. I like the way that the metal's degrading out here. So
This is strange. You've got concrete, cement.
Workbench, so there was a mechanical device bolted to the floor in there. Got a 55-gallon barrel next door. We'll peek through the tattered door here. And a good look inside. It's just some piping, some other hose, and cement floor again. This one's in good shape.
I'm just looking for a date, but I haven't been able to find one.
So this is the other side of the window we were peeking through earlier. And then the last wide open room.
This is definitely some sort of workshop. You've got all the electrical conduits.
And benches galore.
So what's that, and why is there a chain up the top? It's got a bit-
Chains up top. I think maybe somebody was trying to pull it down. But that, I think there was just been a gate there for the corral or into the workshop at one point.
Or do they use those sort of things? No. I was going to say for bulls or horses or something. I don't know. Let us know. We have no idea.
All right, we're done playing around. We're going to go inside for what everybody wants to see, us included. As we're making our way in, we found a newspaper blowing in the wind with a date.
Thursday, January 29th, 1976. The Las Vegas Review-Journal. So now for the grand tour of either the ranch house or the bunkhouse.
Yeah.
Let's see which ones it is. Oh, there's a little doorbell. Ding dong, ding dong. It's dark in here.
Oh, wow.
See now, I can't see this being a bunkhouse. This is too posh.
I like these two pocket doors. Those are really nice right off.
And then look at the
Let me keep this open here.
look at the way the entrance is.
Yeah, that's into what that would have been probably the kitchen area in there.
It's got a kitchen block.
Yeah, they had.
That's a bedroom. Got a closet.
Yeah, and there was cloth. You can still see there's remnants of cloth all over. You can kind of make out there's newspapers upstairs as well, up in the rafters.
This is really cool.
This is really nice. This would have been one hell of a house. This window.
That's what I mean. There's no way they would make it that detailed just for a bunkhouse. Maybe it was used as a bunkhouse later, but originally this would definitely have been
A homestead.
yeah, definitely. Oh, we've got stairs going
Ooh,
upstairs.
we've got to go upstairs. Okay, we'll save that. We'll cover downstairs first. We're going through the pocket doors into that first room.
I would say this is definitely a bedroom.
The massive window here. That was one of those.
Sash windows. So you've got a closet here, or a cupboard, wardrobe. Oh, okay. This is a bit bizarre. This is an intermediate room.
I expect this to be like the bathroom, washroom.
That's what
at
I
least.
thought. And then it goes into another room. So I wonder whether or not that there was an extension built.
That could be again. We'll have to. Although outside it
'Cause
did
this-
just look like one large house.
Because this was another bedroom. You've got another closet. Somebody's been up here, like maybe for Halloween or something.
Oh yeah.
And I did notice that they had been lighting candles inside, which is not such a good idea because if they topple over, the whole place would go up in flames.
And here's another look at that room we just walked into, opposite the closet. And then there's another window. It looks like that goes out. Would have gone outside.
Yeah, so there was an extension. I'm wondering whether or not there was a bathroom in there and it was like a Jack and Jill room.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought it would have been because I haven't seen.
And then this would have been originally the kid. No, maybe this was. Well, yeah, this is a butcher's block. I mean, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And
But then also, just to point in, I know the butcher's block, but the windows behind you, those are more modern.
oh, definitely.
So those have been put in. I don't know
Well,
what
so are
would have-
they in that room.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is 1975, Saturday, May 17th. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bother reading it, but
The base of a...
something. So then you've got a dresser, which I would say this is where they would have stored crockery and dishes. So this, I would imagine, then would have been a dining room and the kitchen through there.
Okay, so let's...
That's what I think.
Head into the kitchen. The back side. Oh, I want to show this real quick. Open the door again. There you go. Let it go. Look at that. Spring-loaded hinges, and they still work perfectly. Look at that.
Gas. Some sort of pipe, stove, and then you've got an air vent there. Look at the roof. I was going to say it's a difference because you've got like the wood planks and then you've got this.
Yeah, they put this up for
over
decorative.
the top. Yeah. Strange place to have this though. And cooker here because of this. Gas. So this may be in a gas cooker.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, got the vent pipe there in the corner.
Huh, strange. And then this would have been an extension, definitely, because that would have been an outside window.
Yeah, it's the siding. So this is like a mud room.
Yeah, so this would have been an add-on.
Really liking this.
Oh, we have got a cellar.
Oh, yes. We got to go scope that out. Shall we go upstairs first and then check that out?
Yeah.
All right, let's
Now for the attic.
make our way upstairs. I'm going to stick to the right. It's more sturdy feel.
Okay,
All right, they feel pretty decent.
coming up.
I'm just gonna...
It's the left.
Oh, I was on the left too. That's right.
See, now you've got fabric hanging still. Again, I can kind of see why people think this was a bunkhouse. As I said, maybe it was afterwards, but it was definitely built as a family residence. It's too posh.
Well, or the other way around. This could have been a bunkhouse, and then ranchers came in, took it over, and made this a ranch house, turned it into an actual house. Because this,
What with the
if this was a
extensions?
bunkhouse afterwards, it wouldn't still look like this.
Okay, yeah, got a point.
And then, see, there's the little room that had all the newspapers.
See, that'll go up like a tinder box.
Big time. And then this just one room up over here. Oh, there's a doorway.
See, these newspapers are in the 70s.
In the 70s also?
Yeah.
So that's the thing, maybe they were ranching until the 70s. Okay, just a closet up here. Look at that chunk of wood. Okay, and the last, let's take a peek.
Okay, this floor's a bit squidgy.
Oh, it is over here too. Hang. Let me. Oh yeah. All right. I'll try to just reach the camera in there to the roof there. You see, there's a couple mason jars, some boxes, but not much else. Some insulators in there. Looks like another mason jar there, but that's about it. Up this direction, yeah, because you can also see the floors it's sloping down. I don't know if that's going to turn out very well, but sloping down in that corner, it's really soft right here.
And the rat poop have added to it. Don't know.
So I'm going to turn this back on because we've been hearing some talking. I don't know if you guys have been hearing it in the background. We don't think anybody else is here, but we're going to double check because we've heard it a few times now. But we haven't heard any vehicles pull up or anything.
Okay, when you get halfway, switch to that side. I can see daylight coming through.
Yeah, I'm going to switch to the left side going down here.
I'm just going to check outside and see if there's anybody around.
Yeah, because I really clearly heard what sounded
Hello?
like a conversation.
Hello? Can't see anybody, haven't heard any vehicles. I heard some talking earlier. Maybe the mics have picked more up.
I hope they have. I'm gonna be really listening hard while editing, because I swear I thought people were gonna be coming into the house here behind us.
Shall we check out the cellar?
Okay, yes, let's go check that out now. And here we go.
Stairs are okay. Fabric on the floor.
All right. Oh
Con-
yeah, these feel solid.
Concrete steps
Oh,
to
cement steps,
start,
cool.
yeah.
So
And then they go into wood.
oh, do they?
Yeah, there's some scat there.
All right.
Okay, so this one's dodgy.
Yeah, just stand on the edge to see how it's turned up. That'll be stronger. The wood up on edge.
Oh, this is actually really cute. This is the sort of thing that as a kid you'd want to make into a little den.
Yeah.
You've got a little window.
Oh wow.
So this would be their cold storage,
storage.
cellar, larder, food storage.
Nice shelves. I've got a really European feel right here. It's got a real European vibe.
You can imagine like loads of cans or jars filled with different, vegetables
Yeah.
and stuff.
Olives, wine bottles. Yes.
Olives and wine sounds nice.
It does. And then there's the look back at the steps going up. So yeah, it's not the biggest room, but really nice. The temperature's perfect in here. Okay, so we hope you enjoyed this little find. It was pretty surprising to drive up this road and find it.
Yeah, I was expecting just a head frame and a burnt out cabin.
Yeah, so we got a hell of a lot more than that.
It's really cool. And let us know if you actually hear any of the voices.
Yeah, we're excited to check out that footage. Like I said, we don't want to do clickbait or anything, stuff like that, but we swear we heard something, so we're just going to double check.
And on that note, get out there, go and explore, put another pin in the atlas, and we will see you on our next adventure or on Patreon. Bye.
Okay, so we're going to do a little trick because we thought we've heard some sounds, some voices, what have you. We're going to leave the camera, my microphone, which is probably kind of hard to hear me, and the other camera recording, we're going to leave for 15 minutes.
I've still got my mic on, so we're going to leave, as Stephen said, and see if the cameras pick up anything.
Yeah, let us know if you hear anything. We'll be listening. so we don't pick up any outside noise.
So after stuffing our face with donuts, we thought we'd come and check back on the cameras. And we will see you in editing.
Yeah. Hopefully we got something. That'd be cool. 11 minutes.